This is a divine interruption, not a coincidence, not a scrolling accident. Heaven has broken into your moment to stop you. Child of God, stop right now and listen. This isn't just a number. 222 is not random. It's a divine signal, a double confirmation, a sacred warning. You've been moving forward, thinking, maybe this is it. But something has felt off. Not loud, not obvious. Just an ache. A pause in your peace. And right here, right now, God is sending this message like a whisper wrapped in fire. Stop. This is not the path I chose for you. Proverbs 14:12 says, "There is a way that appears to be right, but in the end it leads to death." Not always physical death. Sometimes it's the death of your joy, your clarity, your purpose. You are not being punished. You are being protected. This is not rejection. It's redirection. Heaven is not silent. It's intervening. You prayed for clarity. You asked for a sign. This message is your burning bush. And God says again, stop. Don't take another step toward that door. It was never mine. You thought it was God. The way the door opened, the way the timing seemed to align, it looked right. It sounded right. It even felt like an answered prayer at first. But now, deep in your spirit, there's a discomfort you can't explain. It's not loud, but it lingers. A quiet heaviness, an uneasiness that follows you, even when everything around you looks fine. And you wonder, God, is this really you? You've been wrestling in silence. Excitement on one side, conviction on the other. Part of you wants to believe this path will lead to breakthrough. But another part, the still, sacred part, keeps tugging at your soul, whispering, something's off. You've ignored some red flags. You've downplayed your discernment. You've called compromise growth just to keep the door open. But your peace is leaking, and you're tired of pretending it's not. You've carried the weight of confusion, the burden of not knowing whether to stay or to go, to push forward or to pause. You've asked for confirmation. You've said, Lord, if this isn't you, stop me. And now, this is your stop sign. This message is not a coincidence. This moment is not by chance. Heaven heard your cry for clarity and delivered it in full. Right here, right now. God is not accusing you. He's awakening you, not to embarrass you, but to rescue you. Because even when you choose wrong, His love chooses you. It's time to shift your focus. This isn't about shame. This isn't about failure. This is about alignment. God is not angry with you. He's adjusting your direction. Because He sees what you can't. He sees beyond the surface, beyond the smile, beyond the opportunity. He sees the spiritual cost of the path you're walking toward. And He's stepping in, not to condemn you, but to protect you. You don't need to force your way forward anymore. You don't have to convince yourself that what's draining you is somehow divine. You don't have to fear starting over. What looks like delay is actually divine recalibration. What feels like a closed door is actually God's hand redirecting you to the place your soul can breathe again. Isaiah 30:21 says, "Whether you turn to the right or to the left, your ears will hear a voice behind you, saying, 'This is the way, walk in it.'" That voice is speaking now, not with thunder, not with panic, but with deep, unwavering love. You don't have to keep guessing. You don't have to keep pretending. The confusion is breaking. The fog is lifting. God is pulling you out of your own plans and into His perfect will. He's saying, "Let go of what looks right. I'm about to show you what is right." And when God reorders your steps, it's not rejection, it's rescue. When He stops you, it's not to hurt you, it's to save you from something that can't hold your future. Let this be your holy pause, your sacred redirection, your divine refocus. Something is happening in the unseen. Heaven is moving on your behalf, quietly, urgently, completely. What man tried to orchestrate, God is now undoing. What looked like a perfect fit is being pulled apart with divine precision. The phone calls are slowing. The door is creaking shut. The favor seems to be fading. But don't panic. This isn't the enemy closing in. This is heaven stepping in. God is placing roadblocks in places you tried to rush through. He's rearranging situations that once made sense. You've been wondering why it feels like everything is slipping through your fingers. It's because heaven is rerouting you. He's putting divine obstacles in your path to protect you from the bondage that was ahead. Not every open door is a blessing. Some are traps dressed in opportunity. Even now, His hand is gently but firmly pulling you back. You may not see the full picture, but heaven sees it all. Every step, every outcome, every cost, and heaven is intervening. Grace is interrupting your plans. Mercy is pressing pause. And the God who authored your destiny is not about to let you walk into something that will steal it. This is not the enemy winning. This is God rescuing. Child, I never sent you there. I watched you chase what looked good. I saw your heart get hopeful. I know why you wanted it. I see your longing. But I also see what's ahead. And I love you too much to let you walk into something that will cost you your peace, your identity, your purpose. That's why I've allowed the discomfort. That's why I've withheld the peace you're so desperate to feel. Because I never called you there. I never planted you there. I never breathed on that door. I know you're disappointed. I know you thought this was it. But I am the God who sees the end from the beginning. And I am closing this door because it leads to chains, not freedom. I've shut it because it would have delayed you, distracted you, and drained the very oil I've placed on your life. You asked me to guide you, so now I am. I'm not angry with you. I'm not disappointed in your choices. I'm correcting your path because I've chosen you. I marked you for more. You are not meant to settle here. You are not meant to twist yourself into something you're not just to be accepted. You are not meant to follow every open door. You are meant to walk in my way. Jeremiah 29:11 still stands. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. plans to give you hope and a future. So trust me when I say, this is not the end. This is me stepping in, taking your hand and saying, let's go a different way. After this surrender, clarity is coming. Not just mental clarity, but spiritual clarity, the kind that settles your heart and silences the war inside you. When you walk away from what God never authored, you make room for what He's been holding back just for you. The delay was never a punishment. It was preparation. The silence wasn't rejection. It was God working behind the scenes to protect you from unnecessary pain. There is a peace that follows obedience, and it's about to flood you. A new direction is rising. Not one you will have to force or fake your way into, but one that fits your soul. One that confirms every word God has whispered in the dark. You're about to see why the detour was necessary. You're about to walk into something custom-built by heaven, timed, tailored, protected. You haven't missed it. You're not too late. You didn't mess it up beyond repair. When you surrender, heaven accelerates. What was once blocked will suddenly open. What once confused you will now make sense. And what once drained you will be replaced by divine strength. Better is not just coming, better is being revealed. And it begins the moment you let go. You are not a failure. You are not behind. You are not disqualified because of one wrong turn. Heaven doesn't cancel you because you wandered. You are still chosen, still anointed, still covered. The plans of God are not so fragile that one mistake can unravel them. You were never expected to get it perfect. You were only expected to stay close to the one who does. You may feel like you've wasted time. You may feel like you missed your moment. But God says, I know how to redeem time. I know how to restore what you thought was lost. The enemy wants you to wear shame like a label, but heaven calls you beloved. Heaven calls you mine. You don't have to earn your way back. You just have to say yes again. God didn't change His mind about you. He didn't revoke your calling. He didn't strip you of your destiny. You are still part of His divine plan. He's not just rerouting your path, He's reaffirming your purpose. You are not your mistake. You are not the confusion. You are not the broken moment. You are His. And He's not finished with you. Not even close. Right now is your moment of agreement. This isn't just another video. It's a holy interruption, a divine warning, and a sacred invitation. If this word has pierced your spirit, don't scroll away. Respond in faith. Let heaven see your yes. Type 222 in the comments if you know this message was God telling you to stop and shift course. It's your public sign of divine course correction. Type 111 if you choose faith over fear. Type 333 if your heart is ready for redirection. Type 444 if you surrender your will. Type 555 if you trust God's no. Let your fingers declare what your soul already knows. God is speaking, and you are listening. Father, in this holy moment, we surrender. Stop us before we settle. Interrupt our momentum if it's leading us into something you never planned. Strip away every false path. Remove every counterfeit piece. break every illusion of right that doesn't align with your will. We choose your no. We trust your redirection. We welcome your voice behind us saying, "This is the way. Walk in it." Lead us with clarity. Guide us with mercy. Restore our confidence in your timing. Give us courage to walk away from what you never authored and strength to wait for what you have prepared. We trust you, Lord, with the journey, with the outcome, with our whole hearts. Amen.